Okay. I hate living in the fucking city. Okay. Hate living in the fucking city. Woo! See if my stream is actually running like it's supposed to. I didn't warn nobody. Ain't warn nobody today. We just gonna see how we gonna do this late night surprise factor. I don't know how long my girl's gonna take wrapping gifts. So let's let me start tweeting now. There we go. If you could help me out, guys, if you're here, let me know if my volume's good. You can show your appreciation by hitting the like button. By the way, I am not drunk. I'm actually, I probably sound a bit winded because I think I'm coming up with something. I don't feel too good. My daughter's sick. I think I'm getting sick. I commuted to work today, like use public transportation. Picked the wrong day to do it, honestly. How many of you guys downloaded HGF? Shit's popping, but I'm actually, but no, I'm level-headed, so this isn't no meltdown. One of the comments I read on that video kind of made me feel bad, like, oh my, like literally made me feel bad. I contemplated deleting it, but I was like, nah, it's what it is. I'll get over it. Let's see what we got here. My phone is charging. I'm actually, reason why I started doing a BestBot theory right now, my Patriots are playing and they're getting their ass whooped by the Dolphins. I think God lied to Jay Cutler and the Dolphins. Well, God don't lie. God don't lie. But the Patriots are lying to the Dolphins, and they're pretending to be good, and it's not working for me. It's not working for me. By the way, you see this video in the camera? This is when like Princess Leia ascended to heaven. Actually, let me restart the video right quick. I was playing Battlefront, and I ran into this glitch, and she just started like flying, and she would not stop. She would not come down, and it just kept going. I got a couple headshots off of it, but after a while, I just could not come down. I want to know if any of you guys experienced that. I might upload this like separately, like this clip, and hopefully, you know, EA or DICE or whatever fix that. But shit, type funny. It is type funny. She way in the air. But shout out for sharing the video. Shout out to those who liking this. But like I said, I didn't do my job in as far as promoting, because I didn't think I was gonna get one in. I wanted to do this 2 hours ago. But I'm gonna talk about a couple things. Let's talk about a couple of things. So the Game Awards happened, and rest assured, guys, nobody has to cry, nobody has to rant, nobody has to ban, or nobody has to boycott you know, Jeff Keighley and the Game Awards because PUBG didn't win Game of the Year. It would have been interesting to see the turnout, because it would have created a lot of content. There would have been a ton of videos, a ton of rants. PUBG winning Game of the Year could have potentially made so many YouTubers so much money. You know, I'm just saying, it's like the fake rage, the fake outrage, you know, it turns a lot of heads, and a lot of people would have actually been successful had such an event like that happen. But it didn't. Zelda has won, and I guess rightfully so, depending on who you are. Surprisingly, Horizon Zero Dawn walked away with 0 awards, and now I didn't think Horizon Zero Dawn was going to win Game of the Year, even though they probably deserved it to a certain degree. But I thought they should have won a couple of the awards they were nominated for. I didn't see how they walk away with nothing. And I know there's a bunch of video game awards that aren't the game awards, but come on, the game awards, like the golden joysticks and to whatever other awards, it's like the Grammys, you know what I mean? It's like it shines all over them because it gets the most views, it gets the most publicity. Everybody's there, they got trailers and everything, so it kind of takes precedence over all the other awards that are hosted throughout the end of the year. But that was a shocker. Other than that, the award show was actually it was nothing interesting. I feel like I wasn't interested in seeing another Death Stranding trailer that left me confused and kind of sick in the stomach. But people would tell you, you know, anything that what's his name? His name is Kojima. Anything that he shows is pretty much like God. It's good. You gotta like it because it's Kojima, and you gotta like it even more because we know it's a PlayStation exclusive. So, but I don't understand what's to be hype about. When I think about games on PlayStation that's upcoming, I'm not thinking about Death Stranding because right now, to me, Death Stranding is a myth until I see something, at least pretend gameplay. If I can see pretend gameplay, you know, like when you're watching like trailers and it's like the game looks good, but they're showing you gameplay, but you're like, that's probably not real in game, but it kind of gives you an idea. I want at least that. I would much rather have seen that than another, like something that was just like that left me like, okay. But other than that, the Game Awards were trash. But shouts out to Forza for winning Best Sports Game. Shouts out to Cuphead for taking home 3 awards for Best Indie, Best Debut Studio, and I think they won Best like Art. So shout out to Studio MDHR for taking home 3 awards. So, and shout out to all the other winners. I think Nier won an award. Persona might have won an award or 2. I know it got the RPG award. And then not only were we just treated to, like, you know, the award shows and then some of the game reveals. Sea of Thieves got a release date, March 20th, as I watched Planet Xbox episode. Are we on episode 26? The last Planet Xbox podcast, I said exactly what was going to happen. I said they're going to show a new trailer and it's going to have the release date of March 20th. I expect the game to release between, because I thought God of War would release March 22nd with the leak, but I guess we don't know. But we weren't just treated to PSX, right? We were treated the day after, not PSX, the Game Awards. After the Game Awards, we had PSX. And people were, I guess, anticipating this PSX for some reason. Even though there was a warning like, oh, we shot our load at Paris Games Week, so don't expect much at PSX. And people were still, you know, taking flights and, you know, making sure they stayed up until wee hours of midnight to catch this. And PSX reminded me exactly what Xbox Gamecom was. You know, Xbox Gamecom, it was anticipated, but it was anticipated by the fan base rather than the people that would be hosting it. But when you got there was no traditional press conference. It was 2 people on a couch talking about, and then developers will come visit, show their trailers, and they'll show you controllers. They'll announce release dates for games. I forgot what game got its release date at Gamescom. A couple of them got release dates at Gamescom. And they did that for like an hour and a half, and people were outraged. People did their reaction videos. People said how horrible Gamescom was. Oh, Xbox this, Xbox sucks, because Gamescom wasn't a traditional E3 conference. It was a meet and greet. It was a sit and greet. It was eat crackers and drink wine and let me show you our controllers and let's show you our Xbox One X enhanced titles that are coming this fall. And people wanted to shun Microsoft and Xbox into hell just for their setup. They were like, this could have been an Xbox Wire. This could have just been YouTube. They didn't need a whole event. Fast forward. What was it? Is it like 4 months? How many months since is Gamescom? August, August, September, October, November. 5 months later, 6 months later, whatever. Can't count. Fast forward, PlayStation gets an exclusive show, not shared with anybody else, just for the fans. Do it for the culture. Do it for the fans. And surprisingly, after they did like 4 PSXs. After 4 PSXs, for the first time, there's no standard like conference. There's no. It's a couple folks on a couch talking about games and what to expect. And guess what? No big announcement. No release dates for the 2018 games that are coming out. The only game that has a release date was Shadow of the Colossus, the remake. But that had a release date, I think, at Paris Games Week. We knew that before PSX. So God of War was shown again. What I believe, I want to say I've seen that gameplay before. God of War was shown again. Everybody's waiting for a release date. Nah, they tease. Hey, we don't have a release date, and they legit didn't have a release date. So no release date for God of War. They show Detroit. They give you an extended version of a demo of Detroit that they showed, I think, last year. I don't know if it was shown at last PSX or last E3, but it was. I remember seeing this particular demo, and but they had it like they showed the tail end the first time around. This time around, they showed like it felt like maybe a 10-minute demo, and surprisingly, to my surprise, Detroit didn't have a release date. I'm thinking that's right now. Other than God of War, I think every time I see God of War, it looks like it's a complete game. Detroit did Detroit other than God of War, Detroit seems like the most complete. It seems like oh well, every time we show this game, we're gonna be showing you a walking like demo. And I was expecting a release date of like April, because I April or May at least. Because I know for a fact, or I thought I knew for a fact, that God of War was going to be a March game. So I don't know what to say. And it being that PSX is really like the last event for the year. If you, I'm sorry, I was just blinded by that bright orange $10. Can you not be an Xbox and be hyped for us ponies next year? Maybe. We'll talk about that. So Detroit not having a release date, it was just weird, because it's like, okay, this is your last event of the year. Your big games that are coveted for 2018, none have a release date. And I don't view it as a problem. I just view it as odd. It's like, okay, so when do these games get release dates then? It's December. I'm expecting God of War should be the first game out. It just seems the most ready. But if you don't have, if it's going to release in March, when do you announce the release date? When's the best time to announce the release date? I mean, we already know when Monster Hunter's coming. We knew that all summer. We know when did Ni no Kuni get pushed back again? But I feel like we had that release date. Far Cry and The Crew. We had their release dates for a while, even though they were just recently delayed. So it's like, okay, when's a good time to announce a release date if it's for sure in March? Because I think if you have a game that's coming out in March, a game as big as God of War, I would say somewhere between November. Somewhere between October and December is when you like have that release date nail packed within a 6 months window. If your game's going to launch within 6 months, you should have a release date ready to go if we're within 6 months of the game's release. So am I going to stream PUBG? Honestly, I don't know. If I do, I'm going to do it on Mixer. I might return to start streaming my games on YouTube. I just gotta hook my Xbox One X to this thing, and this I'm gonna lose. I gotta deal with downsampling and stuff like that. So, but it's okay, cause I got an Xbox One X there. I'll just move my Xbox One X that's in the living room, and I'll move it back to my computer desk, and then use that one for streaming. Should have just kept my Xbox One S for that, but we'll see. But yeah, and I would be playing PUBG, but I don't have access. How come some people have access to PUBG and some don't? I know the game officially like launches in a game preview tomorrow, but I got friends playing it. But when I go to the store, one, it's hard to find in the store because it's not there. You have to go to somebody that's streaming it or took a screenshot and then go to the game hub, and then hopefully that links you to the store. But when you go to the store, the buy option is not available. So I don't know if it's going to be available tomorrow or at midnight. We shall see. CD keys can play it. They got the Xbox version on CD keys. If that's it, I'll actually just get it right now if that's the case. Hey, do you really? The thing is, all right, we gotta try this. Like, Mixer needs work, but I use it because it's right there. If YouTube was right there on my Xbox, I would use it. I use YouTube for PlayStation because it's right there. That's it. It's right there. So it's convenience. Mixer is convenient to stream on Xbox, and YouTube is much convenient to stream on PlayStation, unless I hook the thing up to my monitor and have everything close to my PC. Is Xbox One X a PC killer? No, but it is an option for somebody who was thinking about jumping into possibly upgrading to a PC. If they were coming from like a PlayStation or if they were coming from an Xbox, it becomes an option to consider. But no, I don't. PC, I don't think the Xbox One X, I don't think, was made to take PC gamers off of PC. It was made to have to be the best console you can get. I was arguing with people across. I think Victor just tweeted me something. He just tweeted me something, bro. Oh, players unknown background preview edition for Xbox One. It's out of stock. Where? Where did he at Microsoft.com? What the fuck? How's that possible? Let's talk. I was arguing with people like, oh my god, like the last 3 days, right? I say things. I've always engaged in conversation on Twitter. But one thing that caught me, this man. Somebody told me, it was somebody I was arguing with on YouTube, and if you're not on YouTube, on Twitter, if you're watching this stream, shout yourself out, show me your name in the chat so I know who it was. But he says, oh my god, he says Xbox has not contributed anything to this gen. And as predicted, of course, Sony and Nintendo has contributed to this gen, but Xbox hadn't. And this, it was a tweet that shocked me, and I'm trying to find the tweet so I can share it with you guys. I'm trying to see who said this shit. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it was Nelson Pina, or Nelson P94. That's his Twitter handle. And I don't know if he actually, no, he wasn't the one that, was he the one that said it? Yeah, he says, okay, the Switch has third-party games, and I guess he was trying to say something, but it says Wency picking up pace. It means, oh, I think he meant quickly picking up pace. It means that even more games are coming to it, unlike Xbox that has no ambition to provide all-around experiences. It also has not contributed to anything this gen. And this I don't get it. Because this is not the first time I heard that. And then I remember Uncle Stevie, his name is Uncle Stevie or Black Steve on Twitter, says, I'm saying I'm sure they have, but the DRM disaster was a contribution if you think about it. So he's given slight. Oh, only the DRM was the only contribution to this gen. Sony, with their different type of games, niche games, more popular system sellers, Nintendo with games and a hybrid console. So Nintendo with a hybrid console was a contribution, and Sony with its niche games and the more popular system sellers is a contribution. but nothing Xbox did was a contribution. So we're gonna count the handheld as a contribution. We're gonna add that, like, man, that's a big contribution to this gen. You know, we're gonna count the return of Mario and Zelda as a contribution, even though it's a contribution every year, or not every year, but every gaming cycle. There's always gonna be a Zelda. There's always gonna be a Mario. So we're gonna count that. We're gonna count PlayStation just for having selling the most, because they later alluded, oh well, it's selling the most. And we're gonna point out Persona 5, and we're gonna point out third-party exclusive as contributing. So we can't say Xbox. So Xbox isn't contributing anything because it's losing to PlayStation and sales, so it's not contributing. It doesn't have a brand new IP that sold like gangbusters other than Halo Gears and Forza this time around. So even though all their new games that they released were all single player games, like with lack of multiplayer, even though every new game this generation from Xbox were single player games, we can't count it as a contribution because it didn't sell as well as maybe Horizon, or it didn't do what Zelda did, so it's not a contribution. Even though there is we have the most powerful console available as part of Xbox, it's not a contribution because PS4 Pro was out with the first mid-gen console, so we can't count the Xbox One X, even though it's like a shit ton better. And what it can do, and all the stuff that's been put into a console that has never been done before, this console has, it's not a contribution. So whatever, it's an Xbox, right? Okay, cool. Backwards compatibility isn't a contribution because it was done before, even though it was abandoned by both Sony and Nintendo. It's not a contribution because it was done before, so we can't give Xbox that credit. Okay, well, even though the games run actually better than what they did when they first released, higher resolution, higher frames, overall better experience. This type of backwards compatibility has never been done at a console level. PC, sure, you know, because your games move with you with graphic cards, and you get a new card, that game's probably going to look much better on that much upgraded card. But for the first time, we have a console that we could put an Xbox game, an Xbox 360 game, and have them perform better than they initially did when they released 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years ago. It's not a contribution. Bringing back old shit is not a contribution. All right? People love Nintendo for nostalgia, but we hate Xbox for the same thing. Right? People are upset that Nintendo has not released a virtual console on Switch. That they have not released a virtual console on Switch yet. But they're upset that Xbox is making their library from Xbox available on your current Xbox One consoles. Like, come on, we're going to praise one platform that's done it, but we're going to hate on another platform that does it. All right? We can't give Xbox credit for game preview because it was done on PC first. It was done, Steam game preview, they've been had it. Okay. But the argument was, how has Xbox contributed to this gen? And the minute you say gen, I'm thinking generation. And when I'm thinking generation, I'm thinking console generation. So at that point, we can disregard PC and we can talk specifically consoles. Isn't Xbox the only console with a game preview program? Is it not? Is that not contributing? Damn, this water's dry. Not only that, game gifting, digital refunds. Yes, Steam has it. Yes, you can do that on PC, but we're talking console generation. So that means we're talking gaming consoles. Xbox allows you to buy games for other people with like the easier way. Go to the game store, instead of buying for you, buy as gift. It pops up the name of your friends. Boom, send it to them. They have it. It's not a contribution. It's not a contribution. Now you don't have to go out and buy a code and scratch it off and send it off, or buy a digital code. Make sure you get the email right. You don't have to, and people who like, and this is good for people who like, you know, digital games, but it's not a contribution. Elite, somebody says, Brother Junior says Elite Controllers. Elite Controllers isn't a contribution because Scuffs. And you can get a Scuffs PlayStation 4, so they're not going to give Xbox credit for Elite Controllers, and I'm not going to give them that credit either. It is what it is. I'm not. But I said something. What else? Are we not going to give Xbox credit for? We're not going to give Xbox credit for allowing EA access on their platform. Sure, I know EA is the shit name right now, but an option to get games at a discount, an option to play games on demand. We're not going to give Xbox credit for Xbox Game Pass. We're not going to. We give PlayStation credit for PlayStation Plus games. You know, thanks PlayStation Plus for giving us, you know, allowing Xbox to jump in and give us games with gold. But we're going to ignore Game Pass, an affordable way for you to have access to more than 100 games. We're going to disregard, we're going to ignore the idea that, hey, only in PC is you realize only PC is a platform where, well, pretty much PC and mobile is the only platforms, no matter how many times you upgrade, no matter how, how many times you upgrade over a 4 or 5 year period or whatever, or shit, in some cases with PCs, years, your games are with you. They're gonna run like on your platform. We're gonna ignore it because we don't want to play old games. I want a brand new 7-hour game so I can brag that, and I'm gonna brag about that. I'm gonna brag about this game all year, right? You rather get that 7-hour game, and sure, it's gonna be a great game. But what happens when it's time to upgrade to the next thing, and that same great game that you love for 7 hours won't work on your new console? You, sir, have to wait for your favorite corporation to remaster it and sell it to you again. You rather that. We are downplaying, and people right now, I got people, this dude, Sick Humor TV, you know, I mean, we always go back and forth, whether it be YouTube or Twitter, downplaying the idea of backwards compatibility. Oh, because PlayStation has new games. Oh, and then fucking, what he called himself, the Pope of Xbox. Oh, they sold 70 million, they don't need backwards compatibility. It's not about needing backwards compatibility. It's about having the option. It's about having a consumer-friendly service. You know what's crazy? Only Xbox really gets shit for like highlighting something that maybe other people don't like. If I sat there and shitted on PlayStation's what is something, it's like me sitting there shitting on the share play thing that PlayStation has, right? Where you get the share button, and you can pretty much have somebody, don't even have to be in the same house as you, play with you, and they're pretty much streaming your game. That's like what if I'm like, all right, that shit's whack. The lag, who wants to do that? I mean, you're not gonna. It doesn't look the same. The resolution's lower. You gotta rely on this man's internet. That's just whack, whack, and just completely ignoring how that's moving gaming forward. Just completely ignoring the idea. Wow, shit. If Cuphead was on PlayStation 4, I could legit do a co-op how I wanted to. Like, I could play at home, and then I could send what's the name Attic or invite, and he can be my couch co-op, but from his house. And I can have my own screen. He has his own screen. Shit's dope, right? But if I downplayed that, people would be like, you just hating. La 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 la. La 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 la. You just hating. La 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 la. You a butt. La 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 la. But when those same people downplay the ability for people who own Xbox, the ability to play games from 2003 and 4 and 2007 and 2008, and then they just look much better than they initially did when they first released. These are free remasters, but we're gonna downplay that because we don't want to play old games, and it bugs me that people say they don't want to play old games. But guess what? In April, a lot of people about to buy that Street Fighter pack that has like all the Street Fighter games, all them old ass Street Fighter games, and people gonna buy it. Shit, people just rebought Street Fighter 2 on a Switch earlier this year for what is it, $40, $50? But nobody wants to play old shit. Nobody wants to play old shit. Okami HD, it's a remaster, but it's an old fucking game. Nobody wants to play old shit. And I missed a couple super chats, my bad. Garuda asks, where is your XBot VR, your XBot handheld? Here's the thing. I may try VR this year if I get it for Christmas. Hopefully I like it. I'm not of the minds that Xbox has to have everything PlayStation have for me to enjoy it. I think a lot of you people really lost the sight on why you play fucking video games. You lost the sight of why you actually play video games. People every day are losing the identity. They're losing their reason, their motive. And eventually it's going to come and hit you and be like, damn, the fuck, I didn't really enjoy shit this year. Because there's this there's this idea, right, that a gaming platform, a gaming console isn't worth your time unless it does. There's this idea that a gaming console isn't worth your time if it doesn't have a lot of games only available for that platform. It's like people act as if, and I've said it plenty of times on playing Xbox, 2017 was the worst year for Xbox when it came to exclusive. I don't think it was a bad year in terms of me gaming on it. I gamed on it this year, I think, more than any other year. It's the fact that I was like, all right, you know what? They didn't have a lot of Xbox only games. That's a fair assessment. I have no issue with nobody saying that. It's the fact that people constantly remind me or needs to tell me as if I can't just pull up my Xbox and just see. Like everybody tells me that Xbox has no game as if they're doing me a favor. Like they're trying to help me out. I'm like, okay. And it's stupid because when somebody, if somebody has, for those, because there are people who exist in this world that only has a PlayStation, that only has an Xbox, or that only has a Switch, and you're talking this nonsense that, oh, Xbox has no games, but to a person that only has that platform, they have a lot of options. Wow, yeah, they would be missing out on specific games, but people act like if you ain't getting no exclusive, you shouldn't be playing that platform. Like, people act as if that is the only thing that runs on your gaming console. And I feel like a lot of people lost the idea of why they play games, because now people have bought into this fucking idea in the last 9 to 13 months that, you know what, I'm only playing exclusives. I'm buying every exclusive because I need to show that PlayStation have the exclusive. I'm gonna buy them all, even if you had no intentions on buying them before. A lot of you are doing this now. You are buying games not because you want to or that you're truly looking forward to some of these games. Of course, there's a lot, like me personally, there's games that's coming out for PlayStation 4 that I can't wait to play, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. And I tell you what games they are every year. Just because PlayStation 4 has more exclusives than Xbox, PlayStation won't replace my Xbox as my gaming platform. The Xbox is the console I play games on. And people for some just lose out on the idea. Like, remember back in the day, people had a Nintendo, right? That was the console they played games on. Sega, console to play games on. My Xbox is the console I play games on. So, and this is going to sound crazy to you guys, because this is where you know you lost the identity, you lost the reason why you play games. The Xbox right now could have zero, fuck whatever, just play anywhere, nothing, zero exclusive in all multi-plats, right? Just nothing but like legit multi-plats. I'm not talking about console exclusive, right? And no first-party games, right? The Xbox would still be my preferred platform. It's just the gaming console I play on. That's what the game I play my games on. And people don't understand that. It was like, well, it doesn't have Persona. I'm not going to play Persona. I'm not going to play Neo. I'm not going to play Bloodborne. Those aren't my type of games. Sure, PlayStation gets all the other multi-plat games that Xbox get, but Xbox is just my preferred console, so I'm going to play those games on it. When it comes to games that only PlayStation has that I like and I have history with, I will buy those games there. But my Xbox is I play my games on my Xbox. It's my gaming console. PlayStation, I play to play specific games. And people will try to convince you that your box sucks and you need to get rid of it because it doesn't have this many exclusives. Even though all the games you've been playing on it, you could play that here, plus you get these games. Okay, fair argument. But, okay, you got, all right, Uncharted, I like that game. Ratchet & Clank, I like that game. Horizon Zero Dawn, I like that game. Persona, I don't like that game. Nier, I'm not really into that game. Neo, I don't like that game. MLB, I don't like baseball sims. I don't like I don't like Gran Turismo. I don't like this. So all these games, even though we count them and multiply on this list, I don't like fucking what's the fuck the game that came out earlier in the year. I don't like the fucking games like One Piece and shit like that. So even though these games are all on your list, is dominating your list, it's like, okay, I get it. It has more there's more games there, but none that would take me off my Xbox. So I'm really sorry about that rant. That was taking too long, but I don't understand what everybody's personal beef is with Xbox. It's like people nowadays have a sincere hate for Xbox. And I don't dislike people that hate Xbox. I mean, do you? If you hate a console, then hate a console. I mean, whatever. I don't like how some of my peers, I'm going to call them my peers. Peers doesn't mean they're your best friend. I don't like how my peers point the finger at Xbox fans for their shenanigans, right? For their shenanigans. But won't think to even look at the shenanigans that people do just to promote their hate. And a lot of people thinks, I can't think of nobody on YouTube. But yeah, so you must not be on Twitter. There's a lot of unnecessary arguments that happen over Xbox that is like, why is this even necessary? It's just a lot of unnecessary hate. And the thing is, it doesn't get criticized. People could say some insane shit, right? if they were an Xbox, as an Xbox fanboy, they would be deemed crazy. They would be deemed frowned upon. They would be made fun of and all this other crap. But if you do the same shit, if you took what people do, like for Xbox, right? The reason why you hate an Xbox fanboy, and you just reversed and just took that same person and made him a PlayStation fanboy or a PC fanboy, he will not be as he would not get the hate. Would not. As a matter of fact, he would get the support, you get the applause, the retweets, the likes, and quotes. Trust me, and you all know it. You all fucking know it. But damn, I lost my train of thought. I saw Jack move Johnny's name, and I lost my train of thought. Pause. Don't take that and like that actually meant something. I wanted to see what he was saying. This dude says, I'm getting Sea of Thieves on PC. I can't get Spider-Man on PC. Oh, okay. So what? You can get it on PC. If you have a gaming PC and that's where you choose to play your games that aren't on PlayStation, more power to you. I have a PC, but I choose to play my games that aren't on PlayStation on my Xbox. And then here and there I'll get a game on PC that I don't want to get on PlayStation. Like for example, Street Fighter, I got that on PC. I didn't buy it for PlayStation because I hate PlayStation. It's because I much would rather play with the Xbox controller. You know what I mean? If it wasn't on PC, I would have eventually bought it on PlayStation. And for the fact it was like $30 when I got it, and it was day one. But yeah, the PC argument is stupid. It's like, okay, if you have a PC, I'm assuming you don't have an Xbox. So I mean, I'm assuming that if you say you're getting all these games on PC, you're getting Sea of Thieves on your PC. Nice, bravo, happy for you. Go buy the game, enjoy it. You know, but you're telling me you're getting Sea of Thieves on PC. What the hell is that supposed to do for me? And you're getting Spider-Man on PlayStation. Awesome. That's where it's at. It's on PlayStation. It's not available anywhere else. It's not available on PC. It's not available on Xbox. It's only available on PlayStation. Okay. Carry on. Let's see what we got here. It says, we get you, dude. No one's asking you to give that up. Actually, yes. People are asking people. They're not just asking me to give it up. They're asking everyone to give it up. They're asking YouTube. They're asking Twitter. They're asking everyone to give it up. Every day. If every day, what else am I supposed to take for every day that somebody just every day wake up, let me tweet for about 8 hours, display my distaste for Xbox and their lack of games. I'm going to do this for every day. 8 hours back and forth, and I'm gonna do it until this gen doesn't matter no more. There's got to be something behind it. I don't think people like why partake in the constant like banter, or like you must want something out of it. You obviously and I think I hate about it. Oh, well, I'm doing it to make Xbox better. You don't have an Xbox. You don't play Xbox. But you want to tell Xbox gamers they have no games because you want to make Xbox better for who? You? Or your peer online? All right. Let the questions commence. I ain't say anything crazy, right? I've been going on for nearly an hour. Nothing crazy, right? My lips dry. It feel dry. Okay. Let's see what else happened. I think there was another argument I ran across on Twitter. All this shit could come on to it. I need to start saving these stupid things. Man, sucks. I don't remember. Somebody's gonna say something. Do exclusives matters to me? Yes or no? No, exclusive do not matter to me. I just said if the Xbox could have no first party games at all, the Xbox itself would still be the console I game on. I already said that. So that means exclusive really don't matter to me. Sure, I like them when they come, but I have my favorite exclusive series and titles and IP. So of course, if you told me, oh well, we're never gonna make another Halo or Gears of War, or we're never gonna make a Forza Horizon, or we're never gonna make this game or that game again, you know, I might feel a certain way. Like, you know what I mean? Oh, we're not gonna make any type of games like that at least remind you of them. I might feel a certain way, you know what I mean? So it's not that. Because the thing is, when I say exclusives don't matter to me, to the point is, I don't care where else that game can be played. Like I don't care. You know what I mean? That's where I guess I'm getting a point. To some of you guys, it actually personally affects you emotionally that somebody without the same platform as you can play the game. Some of you won't even buy a game for the simple fact that it's not an exclusive. See, I know people who bought games just for the simple fact that they were exclusive. Had no interest in it, but it was an exclusive. And this time of day, until this whole exclusive argument, it's just, I mean, I give it to you guys. You guys are getting people up, getting their asses up, and buying games they typically wouldn't buy. You know what I mean? So. Why don't I be in live streams with Crap Gamer and Diller? I do live streams with Diller actually quite a few times. But Crap Gamer doesn't like me. I don't think Crap Gamer likes me ever since he thought I got his I think got that BGST Titanfall interview canceled. I had nothing to do with that, but you said exclusive doesn't matter. Why do you have a PS4? Let's see. Oh my God. So that's a good question. That's a good question. So I'm gonna pretend. Here's the thing. The PlayStation 4 and Xbox One wasn't my first consoles. So I obviously have history with the PlayStation. I have history with Nintendo. So as you grow to like things. I have a PlayStation because I have a PlayStation. I want to have another console for the event. There's a game that I like. I don't have to identify it as an exclusive. There's a game that I want to play on PlayStation. I will play it. Since I'm familiar with the PlayStation brand, I'm familiar with Ratchet & Clank because I had history with it from PS2. I'm familiar with the possibility, even though it's never probably going to happen, with the Getaway. I'm familiar with the Uncharted. I'm familiar, sort of familiar. I never beat one of them with God of War. I played like a couple of ones back during the PS2 era days, like early God of Wars, but I know it's there, you know. So I'm familiar with the Jak and Daxter. You know, we're probably not going to get that. A lot of my favorite PlayStation games probably won't ever resurrect, other than Ratchet & Clank, who's been standing longer. So I have it for that, and I have it for any event that a game does come on PC or PlayStation that I can't get on Xbox that I'm going to be interested in playing. It doesn't matter if it's exclusive or not. Do I want to play it on PlayStation? Yes or no? Is it exclusive? Yes or no? It doesn't matter if it has the exclusive tag. If that, I'm looking at it, if that's where it's at, okay, if that's where the game's available for, I'll get it. Like sometimes I slip up and I will buy a game for PS4 that's a multiplayer. Like for example, NBA Live, I'll play that anywhere. Star Wars Battlefront Well, the first one I would play that anywhere. Battlefront 2, I haven't even touched the multiplayer on it yet, but I would play that on PlayStation, but you know, depending on the friends. But games like Call of Duty and standard games, I really won't play. I mean, and I played Tomb Raider because I love Tomb Raider, so I could play Tomb Raider anywhere. But it's PlayStation. It just so happens now because I got a PlayStation. Like that's where I would buy the games that's only available for PlayStation. But it's like I could care less if I could sell my PlayStation now, or I can get rid of my PlayStation now. I don't think I would be missing anything. So yeah, I played my PlayStation only for the exclusives, but not for the fact that they are exclusives. Because all those games could be could have been PlayStation PC, and I probably would have still played them on PlayStation. So it's prefer. I would rather play on PlayStation than I would rather play on PC. I would rather play on Xbox than I would rather play on PlayStation. Like the line is Xbox, PlayStation, and it's a toss up between PC and Switch. I'm gonna put PC there since I had it longer and I played and beaten more games with my PC than I did on my Switch. So I am not contradicting myself. I'm sorry for the random silence. Reading these chats. Oh my god, I feel like snot is about to run in the back of my throat. Shit feels horrible. Here's the thing. Yes, I said I bought the PS4 for the exclusive, but see, because you guys like this, what you like to do is you like to take words and you have your own meanings for them. Yes, just because I bought the PS4 for exclusive doesn't mean like the way exclusives, I guess, somewhat matters to me versus what it means to you guys. Where exclusives, that you're all about the exclusive. Me, I'm not all about the exclusive. If I cared about exclusives in a way you guys are trying to say I do, I would be gaming on the PlayStation 4, like as my primary console. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like I said, exclusive don't matter to me. I would. So that means there's only 3. How many games did I play on this year? I played 2 games, 2.5, because I partially played NBA Live. I played Horizon Zero Dawn, Knack, and I played a little bit of Nier because that was a challenge game. Uncharted. 2 Uncharted. So you got 2 Uncharted games, Horizon and Knack, are like the PlayStation 4 games I played on this console. Oh yeah, of all the 20 games you guys list, I've played 4. Oh, I played 4 of them on the PlayStation. So, like I said, if it was all about exclusives to me, the PlayStation would be front and center, and that's where I would be spending all my time since they obviously have more exclusives. Obviously, that's where my time would be. But it's not. And for example, when the PlayStation, you know what's crazy? When the PlayStation 2 was my console, the console that I gamed on, right? Because I had a GameCube and I had a PlayStation, right? And there were just games I just wanted to play better on GameCube because I liked their controller. But most of the games I was playing generally were multi-plats. That I was like, I'm playing this game on PlayStation, right? They were multi-plats. Sure, I could pick out a handful of games. Like there was a lot more exclusives during that time that I liked. But during that time, when I'm sitting there at the age of 11, 12, and 13, I don't have an idea what the fuck an exclusive is. I'm just playing games that I got for my console. You know what I mean? When I was playing Ratchet and Clank on the PS2 and fucking when I was playing a Getaway, I just was like, I like this. I didn't know what Xbox had. I didn't know what GameCube had. Like, what drove me to get a PS2 was SmackDown freaking 3. It wasn't Grand Theft Auto. I hated Grand Theft Auto. It wasn't fucking like I didn't get introduced to Ratchet and Clank and Jack and Daxter some years after. I hated Grand Theft Auto, and to show my hate for Grand Theft Auto, I bought games like The Getaway and Narc. Like I bought GTA clones because I felt like, all right, this is better than Grand Theft Auto. I like Getaway because I thought the Getaway looked better than Grand Theft Auto, and it was pretty much the same thing, but just in a different country. So yeah, SmackDown was an exclusive, but the way that they did wrestling games then is that each console had its exclusive. You had SmackDown to PlayStation, Raw to Xbox, and WrestleMania and Day of Reckoning to GameCube. And I thought SmackDown was the better of them three. So yeah, so let's see. SmackDown Shut Your Mouth. Oh yeah, SmackDown Shut Your Mouth was arguably the best one during the PS2 era. SmackDown 2 is the shit, but I like SmackDown 3 even though it was bare bones. I played that longer than any of the other SmackDown games that I had. Once they started introducing Raw, like SmackDown versus Raw, shit just started to get up the fan. Then 2K got it, and now that shit's like puke worthy. Here Comes the Pain was the last best one. You had Here Comes the Pain and Shut Your Mouth. I love Shut Your Mouth. Like, I love Shut Your Mouth, and then Here Comes the Pain had like a graphical leap. Yeah, somebody said I'm sharp looking. Oh my god, no, I feel like shit. I hope you're. Never mind. All right. Start reeling in the questions. I need to see those orange tags. And when I say orange tags, shit, I gotta spit. Oh my god. Did the Patriots lose? That's the only reason why I did this live stream, because I didn't want to see them lose. You missed my indie reviews. You know, I'm a bad example. I pick up things, I find something that I'm slightly good at that I can do, and then I stop. I used to do reviews. I used to do KidSmoove, which would probably be perfect for this time of day, for like this era of YouTube. I had I had a lot of stuff going. I had skits. The Connect like really kick-started me on YouTube. The Connect was the shit when it had this support and you could do videos and shit. So yeah, I need to bring those back. Bring back those vids. Yeah, I can remaster them. I'm just redoing, but I'm like an old ass fool, man. KidSmoove. Wait, Grant Gross, I'll answer your question of the top 10 most anticipated games. If I even have 10, I don't think I have 10, but I'll get to that. KidSmoove, how do you deal with all the haters? I don't. I don't know if I deal with them because I'm not successful in doing that, because if I'm constantly addressing them or going back and forth in Twitter or YouTube comments, I'm not actually dealing with them. I'm I'm tolerant to it, because at some point, I guess I don't really care anymore. It's like, at the end of the day, what is any of these people going to do? Like, what are you going to say? What more can you say? What can you say that haven't been said already? You're either going to insult me or you're going to insult Xbox. And if you insult Xbox, it doesn't, like, what am I supposed to do? Croak? Like, that's how I deal with it. Shadow of Tomb Raider or Days Gone, or both? Both, definitely, because I like Tomb Raider. Days Gone is new, but it's one of the new games that I'm highly anticipating. Days Gone, I'm not sure Days Gone is coming out in 2018, because I wasn't seeing enough to indicate that it was coming out in 2018. It wasn't in PlayStation's release notes when they were highlighting what they're going to do for 2018. But my 2018 games are Days Gone, Metro Redux, did I say that name right? The new Metro game, Shadow of Tomb Raider, Anthem, if it comes out in 2018. I have hope for Sea of Thieves, so it will be there. The new Playground game, but that probably ain't coming in 2018 if they're just working on it now. They're just doing hiring. So Forza Horizon 4 or whatever Forza mashup they put up, that's not going to be the mainline Forza game. I don't, like I said, I don't think I can come up with 10. I don't think I can come up with 10. Yeah. I don't think I can come up with 10. Crackdown is no longer on my list, and State of Decay 2 ain't on my list. Yeah, I can't come up with 10. Yeah. No, State of Decay 2 is on my list because, one, I didn't really care for the first State of Decay 2, and then what I saw at E3 didn't indicate like it was going to be like a big, massive like leap. Now, and that may all change because we didn't see much from it, but until I see anything, I'm not convinced. How excited am I for Sea of Thieves? I'm excited enough for it. I'm not on like no Gears of War, Halo for it, but I'm there day one. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play when the open beta is. Actually, if the alpha is live now, I might play after this. So. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. God of War is coming out in 2018, so that would be on my list. God of War, and for different reasons that you may think, not because it's God of War, and not because I had interest in any of the other ones. It's just I prefer the new style that they're putting this one in. I like. I think I will like this one better than I of what I played of any of the previous ones. So. Not interested in Detroit. I'm actually not interested in games like that, like games like Indigo Prophecy and with those choice games. The only game like Detroit that I think I enjoyed was Until Dawn, and because it had a lot of elements like the horror element, and I mean that the acting was good, the telltale element, but the horror and the fact that you got to control most of what you were doing. It was, to me, I preferred Until Dawn, but Detroit is, even though it looks good, it's not something I'm going to be looking at. Isn't Red Dead 2 in 2018? It is, but I'm not a big Rockstar Games fan. Like, I was never really super interested in Grand Theft Auto, and I wasn't really interested in Red Dead either. So. Yeah, World War Z. I seen that. I thought that was a movie, but apparently it's a game. Smooth isn't a real gamer. Okay. Yo, my volume low? Like, how low is it? Hold on. No. Oh, yeah, you know what? It's because I can't. Oh, my God. Because I'm sick, and I can't project the way I want to. But I'm sorry about my volume is low. Oh, shit. My bad, guys. It's been low this whole time? Do I ever feel like I go too far as a fanboy? No. I feel like anybody who think I've gone too far is probably taking this stuff too serious. No one can. I mean, only thing. What can you do to go too far is a fanboy is giving what death threats, actually going up to somebody and beating somebody up over it, or something like that. That's going too far. There's nothing I've done. Like, I haven't peed on my Xbox, not my Xbox. I haven't peed on my PlayStation. I haven't pooped on it. I'll rap about it, but none of what I did is too far. Parodies isn't going too far. Selling your console if you don't want it no more isn't going too far. You know. I don't go on rants to defend Xbox. I go on rants to point out fuckery and bullshit and hypocrisy. Like, people do a lot of shit, like a lot of things that Xbox fanboys or Xbox enthusiasts get criticized for. PlayStation fanboys and PlayStation enthusiasts and PC people don't get criticized for. It's like a complete double standard. A complete double standard. So the song, let me tell you a story about She Only 15. She Only 15 was not supposed to be a parody song. It wasn't supposed to be a perverted song. It wasn't supposed to be a joke or anything like that. I wouldn't do that and then try to imprison myself. The song was supposed to be a story that was supposed to be like a deep, real story, like, oh my God. And the thing is, people couldn't get over the fact that the age factor. If I said 16, it wouldn't matter, you know? But I was putting real life story stuff in this, and hopefully somebody could relate to it. When nobody did, it just became a meme. Do You Want a GOAT True Classic? Do You Want is actually one song that I actually got in trouble from my girl about. We got into an argument with that. She wanted me to take it down. Do I feel like I'm the punching bag of Weapon Wheel? No, I do not feel like I'm the punching bag of Weapon Wheel. At times I felt like, you know, I'm not in the original, like, even though I've been on Weapon Wheel since day one, before Weapon Wheel, there was Weapon Wheel. Like, you know, Bond, Hard 8, BG, and Jack Move all knew each other, and they all streamed together and did Skype calls together before. I wasn't a part of that, you know? So, I didn't feel like I was a punching bag or anything like that. I just felt like at times I didn't fit in, and my place wasn't there all the time. So, but now it's like, anybody got anything to say? Fuck them. What's song on iTunes? I don't think I put Do You Want It on iTunes. She Only 15. It couldn't go on iTunes because I don't own the beat. Actually, I'm not making any money off She Only 15 because it's a copyright on it because of the beat was initially done by Ice Cube in a song Until We Rich, which was also a sample of Glenn Jones' Show Me. So we all borrowing beats. So I used the beat and I got flagged for a Ice Cube song, but I bet Ice Cube didn't get flagged for it being a Glenn Jones song. So do I think WWP cast fairly critique me, or do they reach? There's a whole lot of reaching always going on in Weapon Wheel. Criticism, I don't really care. But it's a whole lot of reaching, and it ain't coming from me, you know. Yeah, I don't see. I don't view Hardy and Bond as like really bullies or anything like that. Especially Bond. I don't think Bond actually. I think Bond lost his effective touch, at least towards me. I think I'm immune from getting annoyed or bothered with anything Bond says now. My first Xbox game, I don't have a first Xbox game because when I bought my 360 on day one, November 22nd, 2005, I bought 8 games with it. And I was just, after like 10 minutes of each, I was just popping a disc out and putting them in and playing something new just to see how the games look. But I do remember the 8 games I bought with the 360. Oh, there's sock accounts on my channel. If you know who they are right now, list them. I will mod you so you can actually block them. Yeah, I said effective touch. I didn't mean it in a, you know, in a sensational way. See, Chris, your Xbox One S is your 360 because you've never had one. Is that a play on words or are you legit? KidSmoove, why doesn't WWP call out PS fraudulent YouTubers as much as Xbox fraudulent YouTubers? Because most other members in Weapon Wheel aren't looking at these PlayStation YouTubers or these Twitter accounts. They know of the Xbox guys because the Xbox is always being brought to your attention. You don't know how many people go to them with a video or a tweet that an Xbox person said about Xbox or PlayStation that gets blown up and it becomes a topic of conversation. Nobody goes to them and share PlayStation bullshit. Nobody share PlayStation bullshit with Hardy, Black Blonde, or BJ. How do I feel about people who say if you block people, you're a pussy? You know, I was one of those anti-blockers up until about like a year ago. I have nothing to say about that. You're a liar. All right. All right. Let's get ready to get out of here though. It's about to be midnight. Damn, as the night progresses, I feel actually worse. I need to blow my nose. Holy shit. Oh my god. I'm like snoring. And I have no more water left. Yeah, alright, so I'm gonna get out of here. You guys enjoy your night. Prayers for New York. Luckily, nobody died, but hope you who are in, who were in that area when the events happened. Hope you are fine, safe, and hopefully traffic clears because it's gonna be a lot of traffic. Shit sucks. Shit always happening, but these stupid ass terror attacks. But this was a failed attempt, Nigga detonated himself and couldn't blow himself up. But, we dodged one. So, what happened in New York? Oh my God. Somebody tried to blow themselves up. Well, blow a lot of people up in Port Authority. In the city. That's where it's Port Authority. That's when people going into the city and from there can go to different subways and catch the bus to get in and out. 42nd Street, yeah. So I'm just happy it was a failed attempt. But it sucks that this is no. It feels like we're. I don't know if you in in other countries you hear about it in the news oh, this attack happened or there was an explosion here and it's constant and I'm damn, I don't want to live over there. But if you now think about it, man, this shit's happening constantly over here, but nobody want to there's no I feel like there's a lack of attention being paid to what's actually going on. So all right, but what will I do if Xbox Division dies off? Well, I hope somebody buys it before it dies off. But if well, it depends. That would test my love for video games. I would just, if the Xbox Division dies off and my Xbox just suddenly just stopped working, there's no support for the rest of its availability, I'd go back to PlayStation. I would go back to Nintendo, but they haven't moved with the times. Are you ready for me to get off?
No. Just cover the camera so I can come in on my dress.
Let me get off. Wait. All right, guys, I gotta go though. All right, thank you guys for watching. As always, Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot. You guys have a good night or good morning if you're on the other side of the globe. I gotta blow my nose. Peace.